We have been putting out videos talking largely about how the body works and how intermittent fasting can result in healthy weight loss. I hope you have been learning a lot from them because our desire is for you to know, first, how the body works and understand how the food we eat is processed inside our body, even at the cellular level. And second, how you can achieve weight loss in a healthy way. The more we understand our bodily processes, the wiser we will be in our food choices. That's the goal, okay, champ? I know you're with me on this. If we eat without knowing how the food is processed in our bodies and how the food we eat affects our systems, we may be harming our body without even knowing it, right? And we don't want that. We give you the information, allow you to process the information, and let you decide on what's best for your body and your lifestyle. Welcome, my friends. I'm here with another video on one of the many different intermittent fasting methods you can choose. OMAD, or 1 meal a day fast. We will dive deep into the ins and outs of using this method of fasting to help you make an informed decision to apply them or not based on your body condition and lifestyle. This is Gerald, your health coach and chef. Let's begin. In our previous videos, we have discussed our body's sources of energy. Again, they are carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Carbohydrates and proteins are converted to glucose. Glucose is the food for the cells. Glucose is what gets transported to our cells for energy, and it mainly comes from foods rich in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the major source of glucose. Again, for our friends who have just found us on YouTube, thank you so very much for our growing list of subscribers. We would like to summarize a bit for your benefit. During digestion, the food we eat, carbohydrates specifically, is converted into glucose. They are broken down into glucose so that intestines can easily absorb them and release them into the blood for transport to our cells. The glucose from carbohydrates can reach the bloodstream as fast as 15 minutes after eating to a little over an hour, depending on the type of carbohydrates you ate. Naturally, this process means the more carbohydrates we eat, the more glucose is produced in our body and released into our bloodstream. And the more glucose in our bloodstream, the more insulin we need. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas, and its main purpose is to lower the sugar or glucose in our body by enabling the transport of glucose into the blood cells as a source of fuel for our body functions. Protein, on the other hand, is converted to glucose by the liver, and protein is converted to glucose at a much slower pace, about 4 to 5 hours after intake. That, in a nutshell, is how carbohydrates and proteins are converted to glucose. So, what happens during OMAD fasting? 1 meal a day fasting is a type of intermittent fasting where you fast for 23 hours and eat only during the 60-minute window. How it works. When we fast for 23 hours, the body is forced to get its source of energy from other sources. When you don't eat for an extended period of time, you reduce the glucose in your blood. But the cells need energy for it to function, right? So the body then turns to fat for its energy source. If you have not seen our video on low-carb diet, please watch it. We discussed in that video how the stored fat in our body is burned for energy when our body runs out of glucose to use. When you don't have enough glucose in your blood for cellular function, your body will automatically use stored fat as a source of fuel for bodily functions. This fat breakdown is called ketosis. It happens when the body does not have enough carbohydrates to use as a source of energy, and the body burns fat instead. The byproduct of this process is ketones. Ketones become the alternate source of energy in the absence of glucose. So, how do you start with 1 meal a day fasting? Bottom line is, you don't. I mean, you don't dive right into a 1 meal a day fast from a traditional 3 meal a day diet because your body will be in shock. Your blood sugar will drop and it will not be healthy for you. That's going to be really extreme for beginners. It is not advisable. For a successful and healthy transition to a 1 meal a day fast, start with the other intermittent fasting methods first to break into the diet. We have a separate video on the different intermittent fasting methods. Check it out to see what will best suit your lifestyle. The key is choosing what will work best for you based on your lifestyle, because you want to incorporate them into your lifestyle. It is better that way so you don't disrupt or adjust your lifestyle so much, which may cause you to simply discontinue the diet. Choose a time of day when you can have that 1 meal a day. It can vary, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on your schedule. And please choose food wisely for that 1 meal. Don't ever eat junk food. We have another video on the healthy food options you can eat. Check out our video on low carbohydrate foods. It shows how much carbs you get per food item. And we will also have videos on low carb meals, delicious, scrumptious, easy to prepare meals. Give them a try. Make that 1 meal special. Believe me, after a while, you will not feel the hunger pangs as often as you feel them with the traditional 3 meal a day diet. And before you know it, you're going to be eating 1 meal a day. But listen to your body. Eat to live and not live to eat. What are the benefits of 1 meal a day fasting? 1. OMAD improves your brain health and mental function. How? By increasing levels of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. The BDNF protein helps regulate sympathetic plasticity, which is important for learning and memory. People with depression, anxiety attacks, and other mental depressive disorders like Alzheimer's and dementia patients have severely low BDNF. 2. Introduces autophagy. Autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells. Auto means self, and phagy means self-eating. So it is a self-preservation mechanism by the body, and it happens when we stop eating. And when we stop eating, our blood glucose goes down, and so the body stops producing insulin. Insulin suppresses autophagy, and since the body stopped producing insulin, autophagy happens. 3. OMAD fixes insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is when the cells in the muscles, fat, and liver ignore the signals from insulin to take up glucose from the blood. They don't remove glucose from the blood, and this results in too much glucose remaining in the bloodstream, or high blood sugar. How does 1 meal a day fix insulin resistance? If you are not eating carbohydrates that convert to sugar, you will have less glucose entering your bloodstream. Less glucose in the bloodstream means your pancreas will not have to make insulin. 4. Inflammation goes down. Blood sugar issues are often the root cause of inflammation. So when you reduce blood glucose, inflammation is resolved. You will be relieved from conditions like arthritis. 5. Brings high blood pressure down, since OMAD reduces fat-storing hormone. 6. Heart and liver protection. What causes damage to your arteries? Diabetes and the fat-storing hormone levels in your body. If you address them by not feeding them, like what OMAD does, you stop them from damaging your heart and other organs like the liver. OMAD helps correct fatty liver. And 7, save money. Need I say more? Aside from saving money, you also save time in food preparation. There are more benefits to 1 meal a day or intermittent fasting than we have enumerated. Much, much more. We only mentioned some of the major benefits to inspire you and increase your awareness about this diet. This diet, or any diet that we feature, involves not just cutting down on your food intake, but choosing the right food to take. 1 meal a day does not mean you eat just anything. Choose good sources of carbohydrates and keep it to 20 grams max. Healthy proteins and high-quality fats. We hope we have shared valuable information with you today. Please let us know what you learned from this video today, or tell us how OMAD has worked for you. Put your comments down below. We love to hear from you. Thanks for watching the video. And I hope this video has helped you understand the certain principles and facts that will be beneficial when it comes to choosing your food wisely and taking care of your body, and creating a new, healthy paleo lifestyle. If you're interested in watching more videos like this one, click the link in the description for your one-day keto-friendly meal plan. Then, hit the subscribe button and change its color to a beautiful red. And watch this next playlist for great ideas about how you can quit sugar for good.